And that was No One's More Useless Than Aquaman from Hopes on Hold right here on In the Pit. They just released their brand new self-titled album, and we're all falling in love with it. And tonight, I have the pleasure of talking with Jordan of Hopes on Hold on the phone with me. How are you doing tonight, Jordan?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic now that I'm talking with you.
Well, nice. That's, so where are you, first of all, where are you guys located? Where is this radio show that I'm talking to?
So we're in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half away from Philly.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm in the dirty South. I'm in Bama, man. Alabama.
That's nice. Speaking of that, I was actually talking to some of your guys in American Pastime last week.
Yeah.
So
I love those guys.
I've been hearing.
I have to say that on the radio.
Yeah, I've been hearing all about Alabama and how it's a very unique, different place for music. So I'm excited for what you guys have to bring.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really hard to get kids to come to a show that's not country or rap. Believe it or not, the two genres are complete opposites. But yeah, it's fun. We make do, but man, Alabama.
Well, you're making do, and you're definitely starting to make a name for yourselves since your new album has been out about a month now. How does it feel so far in the band? It's
awesome. This is our first full length we've ever put out as a band, period. And Hopes on Hold's been together since 2011.
Okay.
It's just, I think it's because we've always kind of done it as a hobby in the back of the mind. We're like, man, we'd love to do something with it, but it just, things got in the way, school, work, stuff like that, so we just never were. And then we had the opportunity to work with Willem Records, and so here we are, first full length. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good to finally have that out.
Yeah. So you guys started back in 2011. How did you guys meet up?
Well, I was in another band. Josh, the guitar player, was in another band. And then Tyler, we just knew from shows and stuff like that. And so at the same time my band broke up, Josh's band broke up.
Huh.
So we just kind of fell to each other to do another band, and that's what happened. We had more people. We had other guys in the band and stuff like that who were still influential and helped write and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That were in the band before. Because Tyler's only been in the band now for about 2 years. Before that, we had two other guys that are still around. Actually, the music video for Just Like Kevin Bacon, the guy who's kind of the main focus of the video running around is Tad, and he was our bass player before.
Oh, all right. So you're all still close for the most part.
Oh yeah. Actually, everybody was over here last week hanging out. So
nice. Well, it sounds like it's all very put together. Hey, this is a luck of the moment type thing that is actually really looking forward to you guys. So that's awesome. So when was your then first official show as the band that is right now? Well,
that's kind of funny that you asked that because the band right now, like you're talking about Josh and Tyler, like us three.
Both. You like, when did you first, as Hopes on Hold, start? And then when did the three of you start?
It's funny, the week that, I can tell the story just because some news just happened that really made me happy. So the first show we did as Hopes on Hold was actually supposed to be my old band. My old band broke up the week of the show, and we were supposed to open up for The Dangerous Summer.
I love
back
that.
in 2011. I do too, so much. Oh my gosh. And anyway, to tell the story, but now that they've just said they're coming back out, and I'm so excited.
I literally freaked out on air. Sorry to go in, but I literally freaked out, yeah.
So anyway, I'd never heard of them.
Okay.
So we played the show, and I hated it because we had literally just put together this hodgepodge of a band to just play the show that night.
Okay.
But none of us knew The Dangerous Summer was, and after we got done playing, I was just in that mode of, that show sucked. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
The promoter we were friends with at the time was like, you have to stay and watch this band. So then I did, and fell in love with them, and just, But anyway, then after that, we kind of, we did that show and realized, like, hey, we actually could do another band like this. I mean, it sucks, but I guess we had more than a week to practice and actually do some stuff, we could do it. So then we just kind of did that and made Hopes on Hold.
So then what music were you playing that night for The Dangerous Summer? Was that your first band?
Yeah, it was my first band's music, which you just said playing No One's More Useless Than Aquaman.
Yeah.
That song was my first, that was the band before this one. I wrote that song.
Okay.
I wrote it. We never even got to put it out because we broke up. So
Hopes
on Hold just took it and kept it.
It's a good
I
one.
mean, that was mine anyway. I wrote it.
Yeah.
Why not? That's still one of our favorites to play live.
I would assume so, yeah. So then when did you, so you were playing your old band's music for that show. So what were you then starting to play as Hopes on Hold? Were you starting to play originals right away, or did you play other people's music?
We started to play originals.
Okay.
Right after that happened, I already had some things with the old guitar player.
Okay.
Kind of unwritten, unfinished, and so we worked on that, and before we played another show with Hopes on Hold, we had enough material to play a good 25-minute set.
Wow. Jeez.
It worked.
There's so much you don't know about a band behind the scenes. It's great.
Yeah.
So then this album is the first ever release for Hopes on Hold, correct?
It's our first full length.
Okay.
We put out an EP.
Oh, okay.
2013, I think, called the D-Daddy EP. And it had 4 of the songs off had 6 songs on it, 4 of which are on the new CD, which we felt like we needed to do because not a whole lot of people heard that EP. And the songs that we picked from it are ones that we knew could be good if they got the right production and were just rewritten a little bit. So
yeah.
And the other 2 that were on, it's not that I hate them. I just didn't think we needed to do put the entire EP back on a CD.
Yeah.
4 years later.
Yeah. At the beginning then, were you just looking to write that first EP, or was that starting to work on the self-titled and just kept moving?
No, it was just to work on the EP. The self-titled didn't come up until, I guess, the end of 2015. And that was before we had gotten in touch with Willem. We'd already had the plan to write a full length, and then we got in touch with Dylan from Willem, and we had already had the full length was done, but then we were like, well, let's keep it and just release it under that. So it just took a little longer, but it was worth it.
Yeah. When do you think exactly was the album finished, would you say?
Oh, man. The summer of 2016.
Wow,
year.
okay.
It's been a full year since it's been done.
Yeah. And you still like it?
Yeah. I listen to it way too much.
Yeah.
Because I'm just, it's your own work, so you listen to it and you're your own worst critic. So I try not to in the car a lot. And so I always find things and I'm like, I could have done that better. Oh, why does my voice sound so stupid?
Yeah.
So I like the songs still.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That works. That's good. So what was production like for you guys for the full length?
Well, I did it all myself. We recorded it at my house.
Okay.
And we just brought in some people that we were friends with that helped, like off my first band, and then the guys that were in the band before. I would just do demos in the middle of the night and send them to them and say, hey, is this stupid, or can you make it work? And so it was literally, we just worked on it as friends.
So you guys self-produced everything, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good or bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. Personally, I think it's a good thing because you guys will know who you want to be. You're not going to have influences from somebody else. So
I've seen so many people nowadays that are up in the music business, actually full time doing this. And they always say, it's better to let other people produce your music. And I guess because I'm not there, I can't see how that's a big deal. Yeah. To not do it.
Yeah. I guess it's when you're in that situation that you see it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, not a musician myself, but that's what it seems like. We started out the interview with Aquaman, like we were talking about. First of all, awesome song. Second of all, awesome title. All the titles are oddball, very Fall Out Boy-esque for their first album.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Well,
that and A Day to Remember.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah. Who did you come up with the song titles, or how did that come about?
Well, yeah, what I do is when I'm watching TV, movie, or just hear someone talk, anytime I hear something, I'm like, that could be a song title. I have this huge note in my phone.
Okay.
Of just potential song titles. I mean, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And most of them are 90% of them are from The Office.
Nice.
When I Was a Homeless Man is from The Office. Creed says that.
Oh, but yeah.
I've got tons of them from movies and stuff like that, and so there's potential. I mean, I hope to one day give all these to a song.
So how do you pick a song title then for the song? Like, is it the mood that you feel?
No, because literally we tell every time we play one of the shows.
Okay.
We say the name of a song and say, it has nothing to do with the song, but enjoy it anyway. So.
What?
I mean, what's the fun in naming the song? I mean, it's just boring to name it.
Yeah, it's about what the song actually sounds like.
Yeah.
Very
the only
deep.
The only song I ever named that actually had something to do with the song was the last one on the CD called Walker, Texas Ranger. So.
Oh, can you say why?
Oh yeah, because that was the one I wrote about my grandmother.
Okay. Cool.
And that anyway, we used to watch Walker, Texas Ranger all the time when we were little, so I called her my Walker, Texas Ranger. So that was the name of the song.
That's awesome.
That was the only one that actually meant anything.
Yeah.
That had an actual meaning to the song.
Love it.
The rest of them were TV and movies and stupid quotes.
Well, it's all good. It's all good. We like it all. And we've been playing your music on air here. We've been obsessed with it. I love that it's got like a deep drum and bass that you would almost hear in metal. And then your clear voice, it's fantastic. So keep up the good work with that. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Since we have the album now and it's out, is there a song that you started demoing and it sounds completely different than when it was out of production?
Oh yeah, two of them actually. The Here Comes Treble.
Okay.
That song was an upbeat, fast pop punk song at the beginning, and we actually played it in a couple shows a couple of years ago before it got to the point it is. We changed the key of it and slowed it down, and actually had a big breakdown in it. So that one is completely different. And then We're Just Like Kevin Bacon was kind of wrote by accident. I was just messing around with I was trying to write another song, and that never works out when I sit down and say, okay, I'm going to write this song.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So I was messing with something, and then parts just kind of came together for Kevin Bacon.
Wow.
Yeah. So I pretty much wrote it by accident trying to work on something else.
Hey, that's where the best things come out of. That's cool. And I mean, everything that you guys been doing, it's just prominent, and I love your sound. And now that we know that the song titles are certain things, why did you have the album self-titled then?
That was just kind of the beginning name for it was Call Me Jimmy. And that came from the first EP. It was named D-Dad EP. Well, that was our bass player's granddad. They call him D-Dad. And we used to sit outside with him at night sometimes, just listen to him talk. He's just one of those older men that tells crazy stories. And I can't remember where it came from. He said he coined the term "Call Me Jimmy," and his name's not even Jimmy. So I was like, when we were thinking of the name for the next album, thinking, man, we need to use a quote from D-Daddy for the album, just because he's like our unofficial mascot, and we were going to put him on the album again.
Yeah.
And then whenever we got signed with Willem, we just didn't feel like it was the right thing to be. It would be easier to market the self-title than it would Call Me Jimmy. You know, we need to get out of the mode of like that's just a funny thing to us and not. I don't know if anyone else would get it. I mean, they don't get song titles, but it was easier to promote the album as self-titled.
Yeah.
It was a crazy name.
Well, I personally...
We'll hold it.
We'll hold it. Nice.
Yeah.
So out of the songs, you performed some live, but which ones that you haven't performed yet are you excited to perform live?
There's not one we haven't performed.
Really?
The release show we had a couple weeks ago was the first time we did Here Comes Treble we did a long time ago when it was different, but the first time we played it how it is now was a couple weeks ago. So
well, that's cool that you like them all and you can perform them all. It's almost like you could go and perform the whole CD for someone. How has music streaming been for your advantage for the band?
Oh my gosh, let me be honest. At first I was so against streaming. I didn't have Apple Music, Spotify, or anything. I'm just thinking that it was the most ridiculous thing. I'm like, there's no way anyone I don't know. I just didn't feel like people used it. And I just feel like, and I hate to say it, I feel like we'd make any money off of it. I didn't think it would be. I mean, that's not the point of it. But you still want to get a little something from what you're doing. And so when we first started it, Dylan was talking about how much he wants to push streaming and stuff. And I didn't really think, I'm like, man, no one uses Spotify and stuff. But now getting the stuff in and see how many plays we've gotten on Spotify, it's just blowing me away. So now I'm completely sold. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it is the way to go now. I mean, it's so easy for people to just
find you.
You know, you don't have to buy a full song. You can, I mean, not that you don't buy the song, but you know, it's just so easy to pay that little thing monthly and just get all the music you want off all the streaming services, and people are eating it up.
Yeah. So, can't you also, I don't know if this is specific, but can't you also like see where exactly your most listeners are coming from?
I think so. I haven't actually looked.
Okay.
But I think you can.
Okay. I was wondering, seeing
which is
like
funny. We've got a ton of people from Indonesia commenting on Indonesia Better Be Worth It.
That's
I don't know
cool.
if they're just searching their name or what, but so many people from Indonesia keep commenting on YouTube and on Facebook telling us they're from Indonesia and that they love the song. And I'm like, cool. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with Indonesia, but I'm so glad you guys are listening.
Yeah. You clearly need to go there and play the song for them.
Apparently, yeah.
So what does the rest of 2017 have in store for you guys?
Well, we have a couple of shows lined up. I mean, nothing crazy. Hopefully we're trying to get a little mini tour for December.
Okay.
Go ahead and start writing full length number 2.
Yeah. Well,
got some ideas going, but
we're intrigued, that's for sure. How can people check you guys out, pick up the CD, website, social media?
I know if you go to Victory Merch, you can get the CD off there. If you got iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever, so anything you can think of for any of those.
Yeah.
They have a YouTube page. Check it out, Hopes on Hold. Twitter, Hopes on Hold. At Hopes on Hold on Twitter and Instagram. Go leave us dirty comments about how much you don't like us or if you like us.
Are you the type of band that will respond to almost everyone, sarcastic or not?
Yeah, we try to.
Nice.
It depends on who gets to it first. I like to be sarcastic.
Okay, nice.
Josh usually is pretty nice. I'm not sure if Tyler owns a phone or not. I'm just kidding. No, I like to joke on Tyler because we live in Alabama.
Yeah.
Me and Josh both live in, I live in a smaller city, and then Josh lives in Auburn.
Okay.
But then Tyler literally lives in the country of, the middle of
nowhere.
So, yeah, it's really fun to mess with him.
You have to, get him out of hibernation each time you want to go talk to him.
Don't know if he has internet either. Just lives in the trees.
Yeah, he just doesn't even come up on, Google Maps. No problem.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't.
Oh, well, check these guys out. Make sure you grab their self-titled album, Hopes on Hold, out now. We're actually going to be ending with another song off a new album. And speaking of which, Indonesia Better Be Worth It. So can you explain just the song really quick for the audience?
The song, oh man, I'm so bad at explaining songs off on the spot like that.
That's what I'm good for.
Even the song, do what?
That's what I'm good for, putting you on the spot.
Yeah. The song pretty much is about, everybody cares about their superficial lives instead of their real lives, I guess.
Okay.
All the stuff that's really important to you, you just kind of push to the side, and you're worried about what you look like on social media rather than in real life.
I like it.
In a nutshell. There we go. That's probably the best I've ever explained that song.
Hey, thanks. All right, so we're going to end it out with this song. Jordan, if you could introduce this song.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jordan from Hopes on Hold, and you're about to be listening to Indonesia Better Be Worth It off our self-titled album. Check it out.